Hello, I'm bringing you the Revolving Doors series for January 2018. Hello, welcome. So, listen, there's been a lot of revolving door conversation, including the 1111 Divine Lover series. We're just back on track. So, this may be supplemental, this may be new and additional for you. Understand that it was recently I believe it was the Capricorn new moon. Let's go ahead and check on that. Excuse the noise in the background. Okay, so I believe. Yeah. So the full moon was in Cancer. Okay, that means that it's the divine feminine cycle right now. So we'll open up the energy to purge to get ready for the divine feminine to sit and plant seeds. So what does that mean? Well, it means that I'll be giving my findings to the divine masculine and I'll be giving my recommendations to the divine feminine. Okay, so this month is the divine feminine's month, just like it was 2 months ago. Next month it'll be the divine masculine's month, just like it was last month. Okay, so whenever there's a feminine full moon for the revolving door series, I help the divine feminine purge energy so that when the new moon in Capricorn 2 weeks later comes through, you already have purified and purged whatever energies to welcome in whatever seed you're trying to plant. If it's not too confusing, great. Let's go ahead and begin here. Now, just because I'm talking to the divine feminine doesn't mean the divine masculine cannot take heed of the guidance and understand that it's more of a karmic series, the revolving door. So it may be that you're not quite harmonized, you're purified enough to be considered the divine counterpart, right? So it's just a soulmate situation, which is should be karmic, meaning you help each other expedite the karma. Okay, that oftentimes healing with incarnational wounding and expediting the karma, which is typically merged with an emotional feeling, an emotional body connection, so that you can purify, right? You can move that energy aside and get ready for that actual twin, that actual catalytic soulmate to come through. Now, a lot of questions about, is it possible that we can move from like a karmic soulmate to a, you know, life partner or catalytic? Yes, but not yes and yes, but with karmic, it's typically hard, and with karmic, it's normally designed to spend out, meaning that investment you're making in that person should eventually become an expense, which means you should grow into your spiritual understanding and stop making an investment because it's now an expense. Okay, meaning you need to be willing to walk away. Oftentimes that is the purpose of that relationship, to kick you around a little bit and help you come to your senses because you wasn't able to. That's why you attracted that person in the first place. Now it could shift, it could change, but trying to change another person oftentimes will lead to more karma. So that's the catch 22 there. You need to be willing to leave it or it won't grow into anything better. So on the divine masculine side, regardless if you're in a divine situation or not, normally you would not be, we have the Wheel of Fortune for the energy, Knight of Earth, Page of Water, Eight of Air, the renewal, Seven of Air, Nine of Air, Ego, the Moon, Two of Air, and Justice. Sent by the astral plane. So we'll talk about that. Now it's the 1111. So even though we're not doing an 1111 Divine Lover series, this is a divine partnership spread. If you're looking to learn spreads, join the mystery school for that. And when I say mystery school, you could just join the temple as a silver member, and you'll have the entire giant book of occultism there. So that's all of my notes since I was since 1999. about like studying occultism and stuff. So you'll see we have the Wheel of Fortune again, the Sun card, the Death card, Tower in reverse, Hierophant in reverse, World card in reverse, World card upright, Hangman. Jeez, where's my brain? Not the Hangman, the Hermit. Obviously, Spirit wants to talk. Okay, so I'm just gonna get these cards out because I cannot focus, and we'll go from there. Okay. So the creator sent this message, and the creator wants us to make some changes in the astral plane and the astral body. So that would be these positions here. Typically, the astral plane, the astral body, the emotional body is the energy that you manifest with. It's not what you create, it's how you manifest, how you attract into your life. And you know, most of the karma lives in the emotional body anyways, and for both parties here, we're out of alignment. So we enter in the month, we enter in the cycle here for the divine feminine. Regardless of your gender or sign at birth, even if you're a masculine person, you may be embodying the feminine role for specific purposes. And truly, genuinely, sincerely, when you're in a divine connection, whether it's karmic, catalytic, twin flame, life partner, soulmate, etc., you would switch places, because the soul in and of itself, okay, before it comes into the physical, is androgynous in nature. All right, these mysteries I do teach in the mystery school that can be found at vertexofabundance.org. Let's begin. We enter in the month here with the energy of the sun, and the guidance there is it's time to buckle down and get some things done, honor your commitments, even a guardian angel. So the sun energy here is about growth, renewal, expansion, vitality. It can equal a victory, and it's the energy moving in from the previous month. So this cycle already starts out with the residual energy, or what the heavens have already acknowledged. Here, it's that there's some honorable energy here. Perhaps one party is a little bit dedicated, or someone's loyal and kind. Now, I'm getting that this is to themselves, because this is about physical life, and there's things here that need to be honored and communicated and addressed. So it's mirrored back by the other counterpart, by the divine masculine, regardless of their masculine assigned gender at birth. It's that, you know, you really do need to kind of step into your emotional self, step into your intuitive self, step into the intuitive body here. If you're judging and you're working from the ego, that is going to bring an ending to you with that death card. Now, I'm seeing that the response is that a cycle completes. Now, some strategies, some tactics, including over the next week, you'll see that there's been some energy to break free, break apart even. One person does need to kind of fly solo. We have two Saturn energies merging here. And, you know, I got to be honest, there's a lot of Saturn energy here from the jump. So we have a lot of air this cycle, and we have a lot of Saturn energy, okay? So hey out there to the Sakpatastis, those who work for planet Saturn, myself included. Now, the challenge, the obstacle, the conflict even, is that a cycle is completing and strategy is needed. It says revise some of your plans even. It could be that there's poor timing. It could be that there's more going on that meets the eye, maybe a little bit of deceit and deception. And if there is deceit and the deception, I feel like it was, you know, it was topsy-turvy. It was mismatched. One person was being, you know, a little cockahead, and then the other person started responding to that energy, and I don't like what I'm getting. I'll give guidance at the end. So, and then the other person kind of met their own needs, and then the other person kind of played butthurt for a minute, and so I'm seeing that bounce it back and forth. They're both air, so it means no, because we need a 1 or a 3 or a 6. That's all that I welcome in the air suit. Now, the 7 here, clearly spiritual power. The 9 here, so clearly incarnation. We'll talk about this. So 7 of air with the guidance of, well, I have the world key with the energy of the 7 of swords. So that means that a cycle is completing, but somebody needs to be a little bit badass, a little bit cold, harsh, calculated. Definitely cold and prickly. And I'm hearing the feminine tell the masculine, listen, I don't care about your feelings. You need to handle those on your own. I'm going to handle my own business. I'm going to do me. You go do you. Go lick your wounds in the corner over there and cry like a little bitch over in that corner while I handle my business over here, because you can't deliver. So I'm hearing that. I apologize for clearly stating that. I wish I cleaned that up a little bit, but that just kind of cut through me like a sword. So the feminine during this cycle is getting a little bit like an Amazon, an Amazonian woman, frankly not caring about anything other than breaking out and breaking free. And it's good because you have the energy of the world card, which means the cycle completes, you step into your power. You know, the world card, just for the mystery school students, that's the energy of the creator coming into the physical. So whenever the world card comes through with certain numbers, I know that a god or goddess has just walked through the whole earth or the cycle itself, especially like with a 3 or a 7 or an ace, because those are typically orders from the universe, right? And so that's Pluto and Neptune. So Neptune is like Vishnu, it's like the beloved, the loving, benevolent energy of the universe. And then Pluto could be harsh. They both can be harsh. You know, the creator could be brutal in ways that we don't understand. However, I'm feeling like somebody came through and burned something down to the ground, even though it's just the world card. I'm hearing cut out like a bad cancer. So the confusion for the feminine, whatever was not embodied, whatever needs weren't being met, they decided to stop waiting on external people and personally opt into their own spiritual power. So I said external people, other, person, place, or thing, external to you. They decided to cut that out, again, like a bad cancer, and only handle their own business, not ask permission to live their own life. Now, Mirrored responded another Saturn card, and what happened was this person was like, okay, this anguish, this agony, this confusion, this expecting the worst, these self-fulfilling prophecies of, you know, death, dereliction, destitution, degradation, anything to divide you from your authentic self, from your own light. Okay, that energy got addressed, or that's their challenge right now. So the challenge for the feminine is moving on. Keep on keeping on. You gotta keep your head up high. I'm hearing that song. You gotta work with what you got. Because sometimes you will find what? I don't remember the rest of the. That's like a song from high school. I don't remember it. That's like 13 years ago. So, well, 15, frankly. I graduated early. So, you know, homeboy over here is like, got it twisted, but they're up in their own head. They're up in their own thinking. That's fine, too, because that's the work you need to do when the rug gets pulled out from under you. But it's not even that. Their own pain, their own wounding, their own worries, their own fears, their own little ooga booga boogeyman in the closet that they won't open up the door and take a cold hard look at so they could do that work. Meaning it's okay if you're fearful, it's okay if you're scared, it's okay if you need to address feelings that you're not used to. Understand first and foremost that all of the growth for you that is significant will exist immediately outside of your comfort zone. Okay? Number 2. All right. Be willing to bend, not break. Meaning, bend, be flexible like bamboo. All right, bend, don't break. You gotta deal with a little bit of uncomfortability. You can't be addicted to comfort the whole time. So this 9 of Swords here is the masculine finally needing to do some soul searching and figure out what's their own stinking thinking, what they got in their little drama story, what their little wounding that they're walking around with, expecting other people to stab them in the heart like they were stabbed before. So they're blocking that harmonious manifestation. So that was the projection here. So boondada, there you go. And now the conflict, because the feminine is like, okay, homie, you can't get your together, so I'm just gonna take a leap of faith into my future. I'm gonna have to make a cold hard decision, 2 of Swords, and have that journey, the Fool card, because somebody's been unable and unwilling to make a decision. There's been a stalemate up until now, pretending that there is not a problem. And that was the masculine's doing. Because the masculine can't break status quo, can't break protocol, can't think for themselves. As far as I'm concerned, masculine can't wipe his own ass, frankly. I'm gonna say it. I know y'all like to spiral out of control. Hit the thumbs down, unsubscribe, bounce up off me. Okay, we're gonna talk some real business here. Let's get to our business, homie. Live your life. You can't move on. You're stuck at an impasse. You don't know who to believe. Why not your own self? Why not your own intuition? Frankly, gotta say it. Okay, out of alignment. I'm trying not to rip you to shreds because I've been doing that a lot. I've been coming for the masculine. I have male clients. Don't feel afraid to come to me. And when I look at your own energy, You know, you don't need to be afraid that I'm going to rip you to shreds. I mean, unless you're diddling little humans or pushing dogs off cliffs or old ladies in front of a bus, I'm going to give you the medicine that you need, okay? So let me talk to you just for a moment out of alignment. Let me tell you why. All you can find is more pain and suffering. So if you have been unwilling your entire life to address your own wounding, then maybe that's appropriate. Because other than that, you shouldn't be doing it. You're stuck at an impasse. Why? Because you're unwilling to even deal with the feelings that you have alive in you. So if you can't open up yourself to your own self and look what's inside, you're out of alignment. And then you also have this unwillingness to face your own shadows, to question your faith, to question your beliefs, to question how you've been conditioned and brought up to believe. So whatever lie you got sold, you are fighting to the death to defend it. And it's keeping you stuck in a cycle. So the lack of positive change, a situation that is trying to move forward, and you had an opportunity to do it a while ago. Fortune wants to be on your side, but you're literally blocking it out. So an angel has come and said, hey, let's be best friends. And you're like, no, 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 the devil's my best friend. Look at him over here. He gives me everything that I don't want and nothing that I need. That's literally what you're saying. And that might sound stupid to you, but if it does sound stupid, then question your behavior. Okay. Question your behavior. Okay. Right. So feminine, you're focusing on taking this leap forward now, because somebody's been unwilling and unable up until now to make a decision, and you turned your back on the waiting, hoping, wishing, praying for something that ain't gonna be delivered, okay? And you have figured out that you need to give it to yourself. Now, it may also be that you recently got it. Maybe you, well, no, because masculine gets an intuitive message from their intuition that says, hey, let's keep it moving because we're about to lose out. So you cut cords, you walked on, you walked free, okay? You close out a cycle for yourself, or that's your challenge this month, it's closing out this cycle. It's gonna require you to be very prickly, okay? It's gonna require you to be the Queen of Swords. It's gonna require you to have that Seven of Swords energy, which besides, doing things in broad daylight that are shady, it can mean breaking out, breaking free, moving in the middle of the night, leaving somebody when they're in a tough situation because they're always wanting, they're always needing, they're always going to be in a tough situation because it's them who's tough, it's them who's the situation, and you can't wait for the perfect moment. All those kinds of energies of, I got to leave you, yeah, I'm going to leave you high and dry, but that's what I got to do for me to be alive and be free. That's the Seven of Swords too. It doesn't always need to mean, oh, you're cheating in broad daylight, or you're lying, or you're stealing. Yeah, it can mean that. Oftentimes deceit, but it's strategy. 7 is the number of power, especially spiritual power, and it's an internal power that you have according to stimuli from the outside, okay? And then swords is spiritual. It's basically like the highest aspect of your humanity. It's your ability to be an eternal being in the physical realm or in the world of the living, secondary creation, okay? And it's saying break out, be free, close the cycle out, period, point blank. Now, homeboy decides to respond with an unwillingness to break protocol. Meaning they're still stuck on stupid, they're gonna spiral out of control and be their own little fuckery show, basically. Because they can't, get out of that conditioning. They're still stuck in the cage and they wanna be in the cage. Now, I am feeling the nudge. I'm just not seeing the response, the acknowledgement, the recognition of the need to change. Okay? If you can't even look at the emotions that you have, you literally are stuck in the cage. The emotions themselves are the cage, okay? And your ability to look beyond your emotions, to experience and not be affected by said emotions, or at least to examine the conditioning, meaning the beliefs that have led to that emotional faculty, you're out of alignment. Now, if you can't change your thinking, you have to change your beliefs. And if you can't change your beliefs, then you need to look at your programming, okay? I keep saying this month. I'm going to say it till I don't need to say it no more. Listen to me, okay? I want to be nice about this. But I'm going to be real, true, bona fide, and correct. So hear me clearly, because I'm tired of saying this. If you can't think for yourself, or if you can't break free from the crowd to do you, you are in a cage. You are a sheep, and there's no surprise that you're shackled still to the devil. That may kick you in your soul. It's glad it's not your balls, homie, because I'm gonna tell you what's up. Now, feminine, you need to watch your beliefs as well, because you do still have some ego and you keep blaming it on him like he did everything to you. Homegirl, better recognize you attracted this situation, this fuckery into your life for a reason, somehow, some way. It didn't just come to you by accident. God didn't just gift you with a dud for no reason. So watch your own thinking here too, because you feeling like all you attract is narcissists is going to not give you the full embodiment and the full understanding of why you need to leave this cycle. So you'll graduate from homeboy, but you'll go into another very similar cycle. What is that called? Same shit, different toilet. Okay. So until you understand that it's your thinking, your judgment, and your projections that attracted this to you, you're not really going to be free of the cycle, the energy, or it. You might be free of the specific person. Do you hear what I'm saying? So check yourself. Both of you, on notice. You hear me? You better get it. You better get with it. You better come correct. This is not a drill. All right. This message is sent from the creator. All right. So just be aware. It ain't that bad. It ain't that good either. So here's the situation. A false sense of entrapment or entitlement, being overly focused on material things or other people, the negative, fear-based kind of thoughts. This person did it to me, right? The wanting to assign blame, to vilify, to make somebody wrong, the intellectualization instead of just taking your lickings and picking you up and keep it moving. Somebody may cheat on you, somebody may lie to you, somebody may steal from you, but it's good that that happened because it taught you something. And if you're not focused on the lesson, you're focused on the pain, you haven't truly, genuinely, sincerely graduated, even if you don't have to deal with that person anymore. Okay? And it's true here because the devil needs to be faced, and the strength card is in reverse. Now, justice is trying to be served. It says fair and just decisions, doing what you know is right, standing up for your beliefs, the universe making a decision for you. It's not happening because somebody is still stuck in energy. You're fighting back rage. You want to make somebody wrong. You want to make somebody pay. You want to prove a point. That's some shenanigans, some fuckery. Knock it off. Okay? You don't need no external entity, nobody else to tell you what's alive in you. Okay? Pick it up, keep it moving. Homeboy can't participate, pick it up, keep it moving. Homegirl can't get a clue, pick it up, keep it moving. Don't wait for other person, place, or thing to confirm your own power. And don't need to go back to other person, place, or thing and prove a point once you figure out what your power is. If they're not growing with you, they're growing apart from you, and both are okay. What's not okay is when it's by accident, meaning you don't know why it happened and you lack an intention moving forward. I don't celebrate New Year's in the way that you celebrate New Year's. I'm a child of the universe. Our New Year's is in September. Okay? I know a lot of humans do the material New Year's, which is in the other equinox, which is in, what is it? March. Okay? I'm not saying any of them are bad. But the thing about this whole New Year's shift is we're going through the dark corridor. The dark corridor is December 21st through January 20th. It's Capricorn season. There's a lot of no mores, there's a lot of almost maybes, and there's a lot of judgment. The God to you, your higher self to you, the soul group to you, and you to yourself. So this New Year's resolution thing is bullshit, frankly, but it is designed to put energy into something, to push through the darkness. Now, the negative powers that be, the deceptive archetype that controls the surface of the planet, also has some energetic fuckery going on with that. Some collective sorcery, the group sorcery, you know, whole Bohemian Grove kind of stuff. But for you and yours, understand one thing. You could either go back into the materialistic nature, the shadow nature of you, the devil, what the devil controls, by being, lonely and wounded and victimized and lacking your own personal power and common damn sense, I'm gonna tell you. Or you can say, okay, I've been wounded, but I worked through my shit. It ain't nobody else's problem but my own, and I am powerful. I can do something about it, and so I will. Not waiting for no person to come and save you and realize this is not a drill. So leaving this cycle, you need to understand that you need to make cutbacks. Watch your energy, watch your anger, watch your need to blame. Get rid of this illusion that you're being trapped, a lack of self-confidence, and afraid to take action. Ain't no none of that. That is a bullshit story you've decided to believe is what the devil gave you, and that's called conditioning and social programming. Knock it off. Knock it off. This whole New Year's thing, if you're up on that little bandwagon, this is the time to collect your damn marbles and get some common sense. All right. Now, for the masculine homie, you need to learn that this cycle should have been closed a year ago. Sometime in the last 18 months, you should have done got a clue. You did not. So it has to come back around again. But this time, they're not going to give you the answer. You're going to have to take the test again and again and again and again until you collect your common damn sense, like I said before. All right. So, here in the center, we do have the need to rise up, find some strength, courage, and wisdom, find some compassion, especially compassion in action, love your damn self, okay? Break free from your own energy. If you're horny too bad, go find another man. If you're angry too bad, go to the shooting range, okay? Take a sledgehammer to an old computer. That's what I love to do. I buy glass just to break it. I mean, I am a sekhmet child, so it does happen to me. So, do what you gotta, but figure out a way to release that energy, because throwing it back and forth creates more cords, okay? And you free up cords not to banish the person from your life. You can do that right after you cut those cords. You do it to free up the energy to move to its highest vibrational outcome. Assigning blame, making somebody bad, vilifying somebody else for whatever you think happened to you, that you're kidding yourself and lying to yourself. You think there wasn't something you did to attract it into your life, okay? That ain't gonna do it. That ain't gonna solve it. So my guidance to you, feminine, understand that this is a victory. Regardless of how you feel about the situation, this is a victory. The universe has delivered you upon yourself. And if it hasn't, you simply need to make practical decisions for you and your own instincts. And you do have the ability to hone in on your anger and keep it at bay. Same with your lust, because you're the one with the devil, feminine, in case you didn't hear me. I'm not yelling, I'm speaking passionately because I understand what is going on. Okay? You enter the month with victory. Do not leave the month with the shenanigans. Do not do it. Have the devil, then the tower. No. Now, the sacrifice to make is to kick the devil in the booty. Learn to think for yourself. Learn when your thoughts are being manipulated. Understand that that's social programming. Okay? So don't care what anybody else says about you doing you. Do it for yourself, not for nobody else. And that's the only way you're going to be happy about it. Listen, let me tell you something. You can deal with the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Okay? Discipline weighs ounces, regret weighs tons. Make the harder decision today so you don't need to make an even harder decision tomorrow. And do not take the easy wrong versus the harder right. Do what will help you sleep better at night. And sometimes, if you're really broken, still living under the devil, you need to ask yourself, am I going to be able to sleep right night after night after night after night? Because sometimes you realize that you're looking for comfort. That's not the right way to do it. A little bit of discomfort now will ensure a great amount of comfort tomorrow. That's what discipline really is. And you need to have emotional discipline. And it goes both sides, my dear. You could be the fighting, the popping up of the mouth, the Dramamine telenovela story, or it could mean the whole I'm unable, I'm unworthy, I can't break out, break free, you know, whatever it is, whether you're fighting back rage or whether you're fighting back tears, make sure you get into alignment. And it's your thoughts. It's the way you decide to think. Hi, Wendy. I'll send you an email soon. The Mystery School, there's modules going out. So it's just that your thought forms. Let me turn these comments off. I always get distracted. Y'all can comment amongst yourself. I just need to focus here. So it's the thought form. You're unaware of how the thought form is and how the thought form is manifesting. And your thoughts are hijacking the emotional body. See, the mental body is what creates, and then the emotional body is what grabs it from the universe and brings it into the earth realm. Okay? So, just watch it, my love. Please, beloved. Please take care of yourself. Get rid of that stinking thinking. Magician with the devil means stinking thinking. Okay, let's move on. Tower card in reverse as the evolving situation. Tower card in reverse is oftentimes making cutbacks. It means that you've had an epiphany. It means that it's going to come burning down to the ground, but you won't lose your own footing. So yeah, there will be upheavals. There will be breakdowns. There will be, you know, unraveling. Okay, but you're probably the one creating it, so you won't lose your own footing. Because, you know, the bottom can fall out from under you with the tower upright. Tower in reverse, what does that mean? Especially when it's supported by the Eight of Wands, it means, Eight of Swords, I apologize. It means that, okay, yeah, you were confused, but now you're gonna, whatever little bondage you feel you're in, you're gonna take a flamethrower to it. So whatever obstacle, legitimate or otherwise, exists, it's going to come burning down to the ground with that tower in reverse. And you're going to be the one doing it. Or either that, you're making those cutbacks yourself, or you see it coming, it doesn't catch you by surprise. Either or, up to you. Now, masculine, homie, please understand. You got to close the cycle out yourself. It's a time for positive change. The situation suddenly wants to move forward. Fortune can be on your side, but you need to contribute to it this time. Now, it does happen. Because you keep altering back between the 8, the 9, and the 10. I see it very clearly. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 with that devil out on the board. So that means that you're moving into a whole different phase. So you're moving from the immature teen to the grown-ass adult. Or moving from the silly-ass adult to the grown-ass crone. Whichever one is true and valid for you, it's going to happen for you. What you got to do is get up out the stinking thinking. Why? Because it ain't working for you. And this is the time when you find your own light, when you find what really works for you, when you listen to your own thoughts, when you go in your own drive, desires, and passions, not what society's given you, mother, daddy, teacher, brother, preacher has given you, when you're doing it for yourself. Okay? Don't stay in no situation that ain't working for you. Do you know why? Because it's going to poison you. It's going to eat you alive from the inside out. It's going to make you be rageful and resentful, and it's going to give you you're going to be sitting there marinating in hate, and that's what invites the devil in. Okay? So, I know I just kicked everybody's butt. You're welcome. Let's go ahead and get an affirmators. I love this deck. Thank you, Sarah, for this deck. If you want to leave a gift, you can check the links in the show notes. Okay, these are by Knock Knock Company, and you can get it at knockknockstuff.com. Please, while we're doing the final run through, go ahead and subscribe if you're new. I want to welcome you new subscribers. We're just building out the temple. We're just getting things going. Remember to check out vertexofabundance.org. And then if you're a current subscriber, I want to thank you, honor you, and praise you for your continued support. Thank you for the medicine that you bring. Thank you for the journey that you're walking in this lifetime. While you're at it, living your life, go ahead and smash that like button. And let's read through here. We have a lot of swords cards. 7, 8, 9. So we have the 7, 8, 9 of swords. What does that mean? You're mastering your shadow. So your shadow this month has the potentiality to no longer have a hold on you. And I'm hearing that song, you really got a hold on me. I can't remember the song. I love you and all I really want to do. Well, that might be that devil there. Somebody's addicted to that. Ooh, okay, I'm not going to say that. Addicted to that D. And it's here. You have the devil and the strength card. So somebody's too horny or too rageful. It can mean that you're a control freak, that you're sex obsessed. It could also mean that you have rage. One of the three. Okay. And it's the feminine who really, really, really... So the feminine's going to finally see her own shiznit this month, her own shit this month. Okay. So we have 8, 9, 7, 8, 9 of swords. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 swords cards, and then 5 main. Well, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 swords cards, 4 swords cards, 5 major arcana, and then 1 water and 1 earth. So what does that mean? Well, see, this is all about personal power. 5 is the number of freedom. It's also the number of the covenant. So the agreement you make with the creator in order to come into the physical. So it has a lot to do with your soul purpose and your soul mission in this lifetime. The central card is being even with the creator too. So come into consciousness and fulfill your agreement with the covenant. So you're not in alignment with what you agree to do as a human being in the physical whenever you attract a karmic partner. See, there's a lot of people like priestesses who don't need to produce a man or produce a woman to remember why they came into the physical. But they can go about their business with their devotional path with the creator and work that into dharma that way. You either need to have the discipline of working and purifying a partnership, an emotional relational partnership, or you need to have the discipline of your devotional path. It's one or the other. And so remember, you are not in alignment, period, point blank, end of story, if you have attracted a karmic relationship. It's just by definition, that is the reality of the situation. Okay, so that's my message there. So the affirmation here is no need to do. I am exactly where I need to be, exactly when I need to be. There's nothing more I need to do. I mean, yes, there will always be a laundry list of things to do, including taxes. But in terms of my life's path, I do not need to do anything because I am already here. I take a deep breath in the here and now, relax and trust, and then I do my laundry. Oh, that's cute. So everyone's a teacher, all right? So yeah, you attracted homeboy, homegirl into your life to get a damn clue, to learn your damn lesson, to do your damn work, okay? Everyone I cross paths with is a teacher. Sometimes they serve as a perfect example of how not to be and what to not do, okay? And everyone is a teacher. Everyone I cross paths is a teacher in that moment. The ones who give me fun lessons are the ones I call friends. The ones who give me hard lessons are sometimes called assholes, okay? They have chosen a tough job, but someone's got to do it. So today I am thanking all of the a-holes. Thank you, a-holes, for playing your part in making me a better person. That's true. You know, it is a hard job for someone to come into your life and harm you. Imagine the dharmic path that they're on. Imagine the karmic path that they're on to serve that purpose in your environment. To go down in history, or at least in your book of history, as an asshole. You know, I wouldn't want to play an asshole in somebody else's life. All right? So even if they're harming you, even if they're hurting you, that is a tough cause. And thank them for serving that role in your life, because not everybody can play that part. You know, to be mean, to be harsh, to be cruel to somebody really hurts my heart. Now, I don't mind withdrawing emotions and being a cold, prickly bitch if I need to withdraw my energy from them to meet my own damn needs, but I don't want to be an antagonist in their life, especially permanently, especially beyond one conversation. You hear what I'm saying? So thank everybody, good, bad, or ugly, for playing the purpose and playing the role they played in your life. It takes everyone for anyone to get what they need about this place, meaning planet Earth. Okay, and if you attracted a karmic partnership, if you attracted a karmic relationship, it means you came to learn how to truly fulfill your covenant, meaning your purpose for being born into a physical vessel. All right, so peace be with you. Take good care of yourself. Check out the new website, vertexabundance.org. The temple will be open for business after the 21st. So if you're wanting to book an appointment and you can't, go ahead and pop off an email at the office. Okay, office link in the show notes, and just send me an email and say, hey, I'd like an opening alert. Opening alert, you'll get an email when the calendar opens back up. Okay, there were only a few people in the mystery school yesterday, so you will receive the recorded version of that lodge when the server is done buffering the cloud drive or whatever the hell it's doing. It was a 2.5 hour class, so different than a 30-minute reading. A 2.5 hour class takes about 12 hours to buffer in the cloud before I get the little link to email to the class, okay? And Mystery School still has open enrollment. So what you're going to want to do if you're a brand new student is go to vertexofabundance.org. In the upper right hand corner, you'll see shop. You click shop. And if you are not a current member of the temple, you would do the pledge tuition bundle. The prices are going up. And I'm going to, whatever the prices are that they say, it'll actually be cheaper when you purchase it, but I want you to be used to those prices because one day, at my own discretion, you will pay full price. Okay, so right now everything's discounted. Even if it says a scary price, it's probably cheaper when you check out from the basket. But before you hit pay, you can of course look at that dollar figure. Peace be with you. Take good care of yourself until we meet again. Until we read again. Namaste, Dhanavad, and Ashe. Bye bye, lovers. Take good care of yourself. Expedite that karma. Revolve that door. Ciao.